We had Professor Sage also come out during the weekend in an interview with Daily Trust newspaper as well, and mentioned categorically that it is important to note that the CBN governor has a right to purchase the form, and that all the people making noise, blah, blah, blah. But he is not sure the APC would give him the ticket. But since it's not a matter of giving anyway, it's going to be a primaries and everybody will go through the delegate system, I do not think that statement even matters here. Well, let's look at what Section 9 of the CBN Act actually provides. The governor and the deputy governor shall devote the whole of their time to the service of the bank while holding office, shall not engage in any full or part-time employment or vocation, whether remunerated or not, except such personal and charitable causes as may be determined by the board and which do not conflict with or detract from their full-time duties. And it can be interpreted to say that, how do we interpret employment or vocation? In Shell Petroleum Company of Nigeria versus Federal Board of Inland Revenue 1996, NWLR Part 466 and 256. The Supreme Court held that where the words of the statute are plain, precise, and unambiguous, then it should be given the ordinary and natural meaning, which simply means having paid work. That's employment. Yeah. Vocation means a person's employment or main occupation. Quite simple. Based on those definitions, however, do we then say that the presidential nomination form bought for Emefiele, or the idea of nursing an agenda to be Nigeria's president, is unconstitutional?
Yeah, well, let me state that I'm not the legal luminary, but we can speak to the morals. I was on a particular forum where we're talking about the law and the moral, and people will be made to understand that there are two distinct things. I think first and foremost, I'm an advocate of anyone, whether in an elective position,
yes,
or appointed, who is interested in contesting for any post should, resign from the current position. Why do I say this? Whatever you are, it's just natural that you make use of some of the panoplia of office to do whatever you want to do
to pursue that
your
ambition.
career. So it will always be nice. Take, for example, you are like a minister. While you are contesting for either a gubernatorial post or senatorial post, all the things that the largesse that is attributable to those offices, you are in charge. You can decide to ask them to take all the vehicles in the office to go and do your personal assignments or your political campaign.
True.
That is the resources of the state.
True.
So before now, I've always been saying on every opportunity that I have, that anyone, as stated in the Electoral Act, that every government appointee is expected to resign. And I think what we are trying to preach there is just the moral aspect of it, to say use whatever you must have put together before bringing out your ambition, to pursue your ambition, and don't make use of the state resources in addition to that which you have taken from us. And for me, Emefiele coming out, he has the constitutional right, that I know, because everyone who is above 18 has the constitutional right to vote and be voted for. But the truth of the matter is, I've asked the question. We know that constitutionally, the electoral material are in the custody of CBN. How do we interpret that? You are you are an aspirant. If the table turns and it becomes the candidate, you already create a legal issue. If you
So what would then be, because Emefiele went on television, on Twitter, pardon me, during the weekend, and did state, I think I did a snapshot of his tweet, did state that it wasn't him that bought the form, particularly. He has not heeded the call to contest for election. He said he requires spiritual guidance.
And if I can say that,
you can see what the other is saying.
has it declined?
He also said if he will be buying, if he will be contesting, he will be spending his hard-earned money accrued over 35 years of both private.
So what happens? What
banking.
happens to the fund already bought?
Oh, it doesn't matter. After all, in the case of Asiwaju versus Solomon, what's his name now? Solomon Yayi.
Yeah.
What happened? Adiola Solomon.
Okay, yeah.
What
Yayi.
happened? Asiwaju withdrew his form, and Yayi picked up a new form. The form Asiwaju's form went to waste. I'm talking about when Asiwaju wanted to be senator here. So maybe their form will go to
So
waste.
are you saying that now, as a CBN governor, is that will that be prudence? You know, so
Yeah,
to speak?
that's where we're talking about.
So you
moral.
see, you know, where I'm coming from is that, you know, all of this, we talk about our body language. You know, you saying something different and your body
Acting
language
something.
is saying something totally
different
from, you know, everything. Because I would have thought that, you know, unfortunately, in this part of the world now, integrity has gone on leave. Because I would say that if he would really want to maintain integrity, he would have come out to say, okay, I am in for this, or I'm declining this. That's it. At time, you know, the normal say, you know, we usually say that silence means
Consent.
Consent. So if
But,
I'm saying,
but to me, he's not even silent about this.
It's not silent.
He's not silent about it. He's,
but
I feel-
he's silent about declining.
Maybe you say it's
That's
not.
it. It's silent.
So
about-
when you are not,
because if I'm not in, if I'm not for something, you're saying, okay, YK, I want to go to a party tomorrow. I want you to go with me. Okay, let me see if what my itinerary is going to be tomorrow. I have not said no. So long as I'm still saying, I'm still looking out for my itinerary,
That means
it's more of a yes
positive,
than
yeah.
a no.
Okay, so let's read this tweet because I really need us to clarify if what is said is a no or yes. Okay, so Godwin Emefiele did say that he's humbled by the growing interest. My director can have that put up on the screen. I'm humbled by the growing interest of those asking that I run for the office of president in the 2023 general election. I have not come to that decision. I note and salute the sacrifices of those farmers and patriots going as far as raising personal funds and offering me the presidential nomination forms. I thank them most profusely. However, should I answer their call and decide to seek presidential nomination, I will use my own hard-earned savings for over 35 years of banking leadership to buy my own nomination forms. Without proxies, in an open and transparent manner, in full compliance with the laws and constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and should I not run for elected office, I will continue to serve and sacrifice for the good people of Nigeria under the able leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari. This is a serious decision that requires God's divine intervention. In the next few days, the Almighty will so direct.
yeah, that tweet is it's fine, but there are so many questions I asked myself. When you go out and you're talking about Nigeria is impoverished, we have people suffering here and there, and you see some of these things happening.
And people
The
are buying
same- the
100
same
million naira for
farmer
other people.
that are complaining that we don't have enough fertilizers. That's why we are prone towards food scarcity, are galvanizing themselves together to buy a form for someone who is not even interested.
Who they feel might turn the economy back to, you know, what we want it to be.
Do you Yoruba we say one for you don't shape the person that you need to seek my
times you
consent.
will have
I'm good, I can deliver.
Yeah.
But am I willing to do that? I must have that personal conviction.
Interest.
And that's
As a matter of fact.
See, I'm coming
and that's
from
why I'm
I'm
worried.
coming from the perspective that you, where you said that the farmers that are complaining about fertilizers and all of that, you know, if there is a will, there is a way. If everybody sits back and says that, okay, this is the situation, I will keep complaining and we don't do anything, nothing goes right, and we keep doing the same thing, okay, so we feel that this man is a man that can change the economy. We feel that this man is the man that for the right job. out of our limited resources, let us do
We are
this.
putting this together.
So for me,
I
will put it to you
wish,
that
yeah.
I will put it to you that saying that they don't have enough resources, complaining of fertilizers and all of that, you know, and still being able to bring out 100 million, you know, what I can feel with what you are saying is that it's not really necessary. But for me, honestly,
you can hear the response.
The
of,
only aspect that
yeah.
I disagree is that they have not been able to speak additional into this. They have not been able to convince. Let me use the word convince. They've not been able to convince.
Somebody bought additional 100 billion fund
into this.
And somebody bought
Emefiele.
a group of people bought Emefiele fund. They bought additional fund, and we say there's no money in this country.
That's where I'm going.
Let
me state this categorically. If we are complaining, Emefiele just reacted that if at all he's going to do this, he's going to use his personal hard-earned money. The farmers will be doing us a great love by backing him up after he has made intention known. This 100 million we're talking about is non-refundable. This would have been invested in the agricultural sector. What they are saying, if I may, is personal.
Yeah.
What they are putting across to us is that we have so much largesse that they have collected from him, and they are trying to throw this back to him to support him. If this fund is coming after he has declared his intention through his hard-earned money, we are not talking of 1 million. We are not talking of 500,000. We are talking of 100 million.
At times,
non-refundable.
You say, I'm trying to be the devil's advocate.
Whatever advocate you want to be, I will not be in support of it.
No, you see, at times you go the hard way to convince people to do something.
Not on this.
Hold on for me.
Not on this.